Hey guys, what's up? C-Dubs here, and today we're going to be doing our very first lesson from a line cook. I'm pretty stoked about it. I figured I'm a glutton for punishment, so why not start things off with a little bit of pizzazz here. Today we're actually going to be taking a look on how to poach an egg, how to poach an egg properly. I do this probably anywhere between 30 and 60 times every single Sunday morning for brunch at the restaurant that I work at. And it's a simple process, but it can be very, very aggravating if all the steps aren't properly taken. But with a few little tweaks and a few little tricks, you guys too can poach eggs at home. So without further ado, let's get to it. So when it comes to poaching an egg, really you only need 3 ingredients. You need white vinegar, 1 egg, and 1 pot of boiling water. The rest, well, that all lies on you, and that's what I'm here for. Alright, so first things first, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you set your stovetop coil to a medium-high heat. Essentially what that is just above 6 or halfway between 6 and 7 on my particular stovetop, and it's just going to give you a nice low simmering boil. And here in this little pop-in picture we actually have the low rolling boil that I'm talking about. You're wanting to see little bubbles on, like, populate in the bottom of the pan there, and then kind of rising to the top. And what that's going to do is that's actually going to help keep the shape of your egg in that little tight roll that we like to see. If you want to get real fancy with it, you can take a whisk and you can stir it around real good, but it's kind of overcomplicating the situation at this point in time. We just want to know how to poach an egg, and these little bubbles are the secret to the key of success. So now that we have our low rolling boil going on, what we're going to do is we're actually going to throw on some vinegar. Some distilled white vinegar, just a little bit. Here I'm going to use half of a tablespoon. And the reason why the vinegar is so crucial to the poaching process is because once the egg hits the water with this vinegar in it, it's going to help coagulate that egg white so that it tightens up faster and becomes harder a little bit quicker. Kind of make sure that that yolk does not get overcooked, if you will. So we've got the rolling boil, we've got our vinegar added. Now it's time for the magic, the little egg, the humble little egg. So we're just going to go ahead and crack it, and then dump it right on in there, just like so. And now you guys get to watch the magic happen. So whenever you go to pop the egg in there, you want to make sure that you crack it, but you dump it as close to the surface as possible, simply because if you don't, you're not only are you going to get water everywhere, and nobody wants to clean up a mess, but your egg whites are going to go all over the pot. You don't want that. You want as much egg white as possible, protecting that yolk, because it just becomes a much prettier egg. And as you can see, like, we've already got some poaching action happening here. It's not going to take very long. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to poach an egg properly, and you just sit here and you let it do what it does. As you can see, like, we've got some egg whites kind of straying all over the place, but those bubbles, like, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to whisk. I don't have to do nothing. Those bubbles are just sitting there keeping the egg in place. And we're just going to give that a couple more minutes, and then we'll pull it out. What we're looking for, essentially, is you don't want any snottiness left over from the egg, and you want that water to kind of just sit there and just kind of nurture it. You're not wanting to overwork it at all. You let the water do the work. The only work that you want to do is plucking the bad boy out of there. So we're going to go ahead and let that kind of do what it does here. Go ahead and take her off the heat and kind of give you guys a closer look here. But that's essentially what you're looking for. A nice little blob of white. Put it back on the heat here. And I had mentioned that I do this for brunch like between 30 and 60 times a day, every Sunday for our brunch service at the restaurant, and that is no lie. People come, like, when you go to a brunch, man, like, that's what you get. You get the Eggs Benedict, and I tell you what, I'd be happy if I never saw another Eggs Benedict in my life, but, you know, being in the kitchen, that is not the case. I'm going to be the Eggs Benedict king for a little while here. So I figure if I got to do this, I might as well show you all how to do it, because I think, like, for special occasions, you know, like Mother's Day, Father's Day, what have you, like any kind of bed and breakfast kind of a holiday, it's kind of cool to have this trick up your sleeve, and it's not that hard at all. So let's go ahead and take a gander here, see what we're dealing with. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a perfectly poached egg right there. I'm going to go ahead and lift it up to the camera. No snottiness. It's all just a little bit of water dripping off there. And so now we're going to put that into the little cup here that I have set forth. Turn off our heat. Put that guy in there like that. And that is a perfectly poached egg. And I'm going to cut that bad boy open, but first I'm going to go ahead and enlighten you as to why Benedict is key. When we go to cut this open, that yolk is going to run all over the place. And once it does roll all over the place, you want something underneath to catch it, like a nice toasted bread or an English muffin or something. And that's why when it comes to an Eggs Benedict, it always has that yolk soaker on the bottom. So this is not the traditional way that you should be poaching an egg and eating it, but for all intents and purposes, we're just going to get down to the good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take this bad boy right here. I'm going to put that right there, cut it open. And you can just see that egg kind of oozing. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take my camera out and I'm going to give you all a close-up shot here. So you can see how the egg right here, that's what you're looking for. That nice, milky, silky, smooth inner right there. And you can salt that bad boy up. You can pepper that bad boy up. You put it on top of a piece of toast. And you're good, man. You're good. So yeah. Hold on. Done. Now I'm going to go ahead and take you guys down from here. Nice and gentle. I apologize about any turbulence. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been Lessons from a Line Cook with yours truly, C-Dubs. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's very simple stuff that I'm trying to do here. But kind of show y'all that you don't have to go to a restaurant to get this kind of quality food. You guys can sit there and do it yourselves. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.